All right, so today I want to share something with you that you may think you know due to the research, but I want to talk about some specific points that change when you take the research into the gym, and this is related to progressive overload for hypertrophy training. Alright, so progressive overload is something that has been in the research for a while and we all know for a while. I looked at it in the research for a long time, and the idea that you have to do something more each workout, right? So you have to either lift more weight or do another rep or do a little bit more volume, or something has to change in order for you to do a little bit more stress to the given muscle to make an adaptation to grow, right? The thing is that from the research to the practical environment, which is the gym, there is a long way. Even if you're not talking about the big compound movements like squat, bench press, deadlifts, stuff like maybe in between, something like a dumbbell row, or like a pull-up, or like a overhead press or something like that, where I always thought that if you did a little more weight or a little bit more reps, or maybe a little bit more volume, like in terms of sets, that you'll be giving more stimulus to grow. And the reality is that it's not like that. Progressive overload means that you have to increase the tension in the muscle throughout time. It doesn't mean that you have to add weight, because if something else changes, like rep tempo, if you're doing, for instance, pull-ups, and you add a little more weight, and you're skipping the negative portion, you're just dropping down the pull-up or the overhead press or whatever it might be, you're eliminating the eccentric movements, like the purposeful contraction, eccentric movements, you're just diminishing that. So the tension is less. The muscle is doing less work than it was doing before, even if you have more weight, you know? So stuff like maintaining the range of motion you're doing is huge. Stuff like maintaining the tempo is huge. So you can even do the same weight throughout 12 weeks in the mesocycle, macrocycle even, and increase hypertrophy, right? Maybe you didn't even change volume, but your technique is better, you know? You're maybe doing the row a little bit deeper, you're doing the stretch a little bit better. Maybe you're controlling the eccentric on the overhead press. Maybe you're doing something that is making you elicit more tension in the given muscle. You're just not using as much momentum if you're doing like curls or something like that. The idea is to place more tension in the muscle throughout time, not more weight on the bar, because more weight on the bar does not mean that the muscle is doing more work. It might mean that other muscles are doing more work. With that said, if you're maintaining the tension and you're maintaining the technique, the tempo is the same, the range of motion is the same, and then you add load, that is a way of progressive overload that is through increasing weight. I'm not saying increasing weight is wrong. I'm not saying increasing reps is wrong. I'm just saying do not sacrifice range of motion or tempo or whatever the case might be to increase more weight, because then you're just fooling yourself into believing you're doing more work over time, when in fact you're just increasing your fatigue levels, because hypertrophy training is not like powerlifting. You don't want to increase load all the time, you just want to increase the tension in the muscle. So if your techniques get better with the same weight or even less weight throughout the whole block, you're giving more stimulus to the muscle to grow, right? So I hope that was helpful. That just came out to my mind when I was finishing my session right now. So if you have any questions, comment down below, and if you want to check more information, which are posted much more regularly check out my Instagram, which is somewhere down here, and I'll see all of you in the next video.